The parable of the prodigal son, Luke chapter 15 verse 11 to 32. Once upon a time, there was a man who had 2 sons. The younger son, feeling restless and eager for adventure, approached his father and said,
"Father, give me my share of the inheritance now. I want to live my own life."
The father, though saddened, replied,
"If this is what you truly want, my son, I will give it to you."
And so, with a heavy heart, the father gave his son what he asked for. The young man packed his bags and set off for a distant land. At first, life was good. He spent his money freely, enjoying the company of friends and the pleasures of the world. But soon, the money ran out. And when it did, so did his so-called friends. Desperate and starving, the son had started begging for work.
"Please, I need work. I'll do anything. I have no food, no money."
"Fine, feed the pigs. That's all I have for you."
The son worked in a pigsty, miserable and starving. He watched the pigs eat, and even wished he could eat the pigs' food. Then he came to his senses.
How did I end up here? Even my father's servants live better than this. Maybe if I go back, I can at least be one of them.
So, he decided to return home. But he knew he had sinned. He began his journey back, rehearsing his apology along the way.
"Father, I've sinned against heaven and against you. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son. Please, make me like one of your hired servants."
But while he was still far off, his father saw him. And filled with compassion, he ran to his son.
"My son, you've returned!"
Embracing his lost son, the father welcomed him back with open arms.
"Father, I've sinned against heaven and against you. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son."
Nonsense.
"Bring the best robe, put a ring on his finger, and sandals on his feet. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found."
So, they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, the older son was in the field. When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of the servants and asked him what was going on.
"What is the meaning of all this celebration?"
"Your brother has come, and your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound."
The older son became angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded with him.
"All these years, I've worked for you. I've never disobeyed, and yet you've never thrown a party for me. But now, this son of yours comes back after wasting everything, and you celebrate him?"
My son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we must celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.
And so, the father rejoiced, for his lost son had returned, and his family was once again united in love and forgiveness.